Om Shanti. Om Shanti. बड़ा ढीला ढीला आवाज है.
Like you're not speaking, you're not saying Om Shanti with full force. So
Om
really say it very powerfully
Shanti.
now.
कितना उमंग आ गया.
It's like I can see there's so much
और इसी
intoxication
उमंगों
now.
से
And with that
अगर पीछे
intoxication,
वाले भी और भी अभी अलग अलग
those who
कैसे
are
हैं,
sat near the back or in the corners, if you can still
वैसे
move
ही भी
forward, it would be
संगठन की
very good.
शोभा,
And because the beauty of the gathering
संगठन
is
की
when
मानी जाती
everyone
है,
is
शोभा
close.
उसमें होती है.
There's beauty when there's a gathering,
परिवार होता है.
and when there's a family,
परिवार भी जब आपस में
when
मिलेगा
when the
या
family
बैठेंगे और
meets,
ध्यान
when they
करेंगे,
sit together
तो
and they talk
परिवार
with each
आपस में
other,
नजदीक
it's
नजदीक
like
होकर के ध्यान
the
करते
family sit together very closely to one
हैं. ये
another.
अपना अभी का क्लास वो
So
क्लास
this
नहीं है जो
class,
हर एक की
this is
जगह
not a
फिक्स है
class where everyone's
और उसी
seat is
पर
fixed
नंबर से बैठना
and
है.
you're sat in number, in
ये
order. It's
हमारा
not like that. This is not that
एक
type of
तरफ
class.
ईश्वरी परिवार
This is a
और
godly
दूसरे तरफ
family,
ये संगठित रूप में
and
हम
also in a gathering
बाप
like
के
this,
महावाक्यों को
we hear the versions
आपस
of God,
में आदान प्रदान कहें
whether
अथवा
we
उस
call
पर
it
चिंतन करते
we are thinking
एक
about what God
संगठित
is
रूप
saying,
में
but in such a
उस
way
शक्ति
that
का
we feel God's
अनुभव
power
करते हैं.
and we experience God's
इसलिए
power. And so this is why
दूर बैठने वाले
those who are sitting
भले
at the
वो
back,
स्थैर्यम है,
it's okay, you are there,
परंतु संगठन की
but
शोभा
to
को अगर
to
वो
create the beauty
जानते जाएंगे
of
और
sitting
उसको
close, you will see the
मानेंगे,
difference.
तो
And you will
आगे के
understand the
लिए
difference that when
वह
you
भी
sit
एक
in front,
संगठित के अगर
it feels
माला
very
बनाओ
different.
तो भी
It's
इकट्ठे
like a
इकट्ठे दाने
rosary,
होते
like
हैं
a
तो
rosary.
शोभा.
All the beads are very close to
संगठन
each
भी एक
other, and in
संगठन
that
का
same
रूप
way,
गुलदस्ता बनाओ
it's like a flower.
तो
When
भी
you have a
गुलदस्ते
bouquet,
में मिला मिला के
the
फूल
flowers
बनाते
are
हैं.
all closely together.
ये
They're
भी
closely
हमारा
knit, and this
एक
is why
फूलों का गुलदस्ता
this is
कहें,
a very beautiful bouquet.
ईश्वरी परिवार कहें,
It's a godly family,
और ये बाबा ने अभी हमारा ये
and also
संगठन
it's a
जिस
gathering, a meeting,
हम इस संगठन को बाबा ने वह स्मृति दिलाई
gives
है
us the awareness. This gathering
कि
gives
आप
us the
सभी
awareness that
वही बाबा के बच्चे हैं
that we are those
जो
children, God's
आत्माएं खुलकर
children,
बाप
that
हम आत्माओं से बात करते हैं.
that it's the Father
जब भी
which is
हम
talking
सुने
to the souls,
तो हमारे
and when we
अंदर
listen, then
यह
we should
स्मृति
feel
जागृत
it.
रहे.
There should be that awakening within
परमात्मा
that it is
हम
the Supreme
अथवा मुझ
Father, that
आत्मा से बात करे.
the Supreme Father is speaking to I, the soul.
यह स्मृति
This awareness,
जब हमारे अंदर जागृत है
when it becomes awakened
तो
within
आप
the self,
भी
then
स्वयं
also you will
अपने
also
अंदर महसूस करेंगे
will realize
कि हम
that
इस स्मृति में जब जागृत हैं,
that you realize that I'm awakened
वह
in that
स्मृति
realization, and so
हमें
this
ये अनुभव
awareness
कराती है.
we need to
बरोबर
experience
मैं इस शरीर से न्यारी
that it is I, the soul, which is separate
वह
from this
आत्मा
body.
हूँ
It is I, the
जो
soul,
बाप के साथ
that is with closely to the Father.
सन्मुख में रहती थी
I
और
was
फिर
staying
ड्रामा के
close
अंदर
to the Father,
अपना
and then,
पाठ बजाते
according to the
हुए
drama, I am
फिर से
playing my
आकर
part, and I
बाप
am
से
once
मिलती
again, I am meeting that same
और
Father
अब फिर
again.
से
And then
बाप हमें उसी
the Father
अनादि
also
स्वरूप की स्मृति
gives us
से
the awareness of the beginning,
मुझ आत्मा को
that I the soul.
ओरिजिनल
I'm
स्वरूप
that
से
original soul in
शक्तिशाली
the
बना रही
original
है,
form where we
जिस
experience the
शक्ति से
power,
ही
and that
बाबा
power
ने हमें
has
विश्व को पावन
that
बनाने
power has
का
been given us
कार्य
to purify
अथवा
the
सेवा
world.
की।
And so it's the task, but it's also our service to
जब इन
purify
स्मृतियों को
and transform the world. When
हम
we
अपने
have this
अंदर
awareness
जागृत रखते हैं,
and when we keep it awakened within
तो
ourselves,
और सब बातें
then no other matter,
हमारी
no other
बुद्धि
situation
से
stays
किनारे हो
stays
जाती
in our
है।
intellect. It's like it just
मैं
disappears.
समझती हूँ
And so this is why
आप
I
सब
understand
भी
that
अपनी अपनी
that
इन्हीं
each one of
बाप
you,
की याद दिलाई हुई
each one of you
स्मृतियों में रहते
are
हुए
in that remembrance. You are
जरूर
in
यही
that
अनुभव
awareness, and you must be experiencing that also.
आज का विषय
Today,
जो हमें बाप दादा से आदेश मिला है
today we heard the
और
versions
जो
of
बाबा ने
God,
हमें
and
कुछ समय से
also for quite some time
यह जागृति
has
देते
given
आ
us
रहे
has
हैं।
given has
बच्चे
brought about the awakening,
समय
that
बहुत
child,
कम,
the time is very short.
अचानक
Anything can happen
अचानक कुछ भी हो
instantly.
सकता है
Anything can happen
क्योंकि
instantly
बाप ने
because
जब बाप सृष्टि पर
once the Father
आए
comes onto
गुप्त
this
रूप
earth
से,
in an incognito
तब
way,
से बाप ने हमें
the moment God came
यह
on this earth in incognito way,
ध्यान की
that
बात दे
moment
दी है।
has given us that
बच्चे
attention,
यह अब
that child,
पुरानी दुनिया
that this is the old
जो
world.
पावन थी
It was pure,
वह अब
and now,
पतित बनने के कारण
because it's become
जो भी
impure,
इनके अंदर मनुष्य मात्र है
whichever human being is here
उनके
on this earth,
स्वभावों में,
they
संस्कारों
are,
में, चरित्रों में
their nature, their
परिवर्तन
sanskars,
आता जा रहा है।
they are transforming
ऐसे समय
themselves.
पर
And that's why this is
बाप
that time for that
हम
transformation.
बाप के
And this is why
आदि
the
रतन
Father
होने से
calls us the
बाप
original
ने हमें
souls.
फिर से आकर
And this is why He has
जागृत
come
किया
again,
है
once again, to awaken this
और उस
memory.
जागृति के अनुकूल बरोबर
The
हम
awakening,
आत्माएं
the awakening within the
जागृत
soul,
होकर
when we
महसूस करती
experience
है अंदर
this awakening, we actually realize
आप
that
सब
we are
ये
being awakened.
अनुभव कर रहे
And
होंगे
I'm
ना
sure you are
कर रहे हो
experiencing this. Is
अनुभव
it true? Do
कि
you feel that
बरोबर
awakening? That
बाबा
definitely,
ने जो हमें
that
स्मृति दिलाई है
the awareness
कि आप आत्माएं
that I was that soul,
सृष्टि मंच पर पाठ
and
बजाने
I
के
am
पहले
come here on this earth,
मुझ
but
बीज रूप बाप के साथ
I have this close
उसी
connection with
अपने
the seed, with God, the
शांति
seed,
धाम मुक्ति
and I
धाम में
resided in the land
मेरे
of peace,
साथ निवास करते
and
थे।
I was the resident of that
ऐसे
land of
बाबा ने
peace
जब हमें
with the
स्मृति दिलाई
seed.
है
And so
तो
Baba gives us the
बरोबर
awareness
आप सबको
that
ऐसा
you,
महसूस होता
this,
है
do you
कि
feel that?
बरोबर हम
Do
वही
you
आत्माएं
feel
हैं
that
जो
I
महसूस
was that
करती
soul?
हैं।
If you
वो
feel
जरा
that,
अपना संकल्प
raise your
करें।
hands. Just raise your hands if you feel you are those souls.
सबको महसूस होता है
Everyone has that
जब
awareness
हम अंदर
and
में
feel inside.
इस बात को अनुभव करते
When I
हैं
really experience this internally within
तो यह
myself,
स्मृति
then this awareness
हमें बाप की बाप का परिचय और
when we
पहचान
experience this and this
और
awareness,
पहचान के
I
साथ
actually begin to recognize
आप
God.
देखेंगे अपने आप
And
को
if you look at
जब आप
yourself,
अंदर में इस
that
स्मृति को
when
आपको जागृत होती
when
होगी
you feel awakened within,
तो
you have that
आपकी
awareness,
अंदर की
then
दृष्टि
then
अर्थात
your vision
ये
internally,
हमारी बुद्धि
that
रूपी दिव्य
you
आँख
actually then see through your divine eyes. You see through your divine
उसी
eyes,
दिव्य आँख
and
से
through those divine
हम
eyes,
बाप के उस रहम
I
भावनाओं
feel
संपन्न
the mercy,
स्नेह स्वरूप
and
को
I experience
अंदर ही
the
अंदर
love.
अनुभव करते रहे
I experience that within myself, mercy and love within.
और ऐसा अनुभव हमें
That
अर्थात
experience,
मुझ आत्मा को
that
शरीर में
experience,
होते
I feel I, the soul,
यह
which is in
जानते हुए
this body, I know I,
वर्तमान
the soul, I'm in this body,
मैं आत्मा इस
that it
शरीर
is
में
I, the
विराजमान
soul,
हूँ
I'm
परंतु विराजमान होते
I'm
भी
actually the
बाप
master,
की ये स्मृति
but the awareness of
जब
God,
हमारे अंदर जागृत
when
है
I
तो
feel
हम
and
भी
understand God, then that moment,
दिव्य बुद्धि के
the
आधार से
divine, on the basis
इस
of our divine
शरीर भान
intellect,
से दूर
because of the divine intellect and our divine eye, we
अपनी
become
उस
separate from the
दिव्य आँख
body.
से
Because through our divine
अपने
eye,
रूहानी बाप को
we can see,
उन्हीं स्नेह
experience
की
our
भावनाओं
spiritual
से
Father, and we feel the
देखते
love,
हैं
and we will feel that real love from the
और
spiritual
वह
Father through the divine eye.
हमारी बुद्धि रूपी दिव्य आँख
Our divine
जब
eye,
बाप के तरफ
our
लग
divine
जाए
intellect, when it becomes fixed on God, when it
तो और
becomes
सब बातें
fixed on God, then anything else,
अर्थात शरीर में होते
even
हम
whilst being
अपने
in
को
this body,
अंदर से
I feel and
बहुत
experience,
दूर और
I feel
ऊंचा
very far away and very high
प्राकृत दुनिया से
from this world.
परे
I feel very distant,
उसी बाप की रहम संपन्न
and the love and the
रूहानी
mercy
स्नेह
and
के
the
भावों
spiritual
से
love that we
हम
experience
स्वयं भी
from
अपने
God,
को
we also feel
बाप
this
के
this
स्नेह से
experience.
भरपूर अनुभव
We
करते
also experience this for ourselves.
और ऐसे अनुभव में
And in this experience,
बस
that's it.
दृष्टि
Our vision
एकाग्र बन जाती
becomes concentrated,
और बुद्धि रूपी दिव्य
and
आँख
then our divine eye,
उस
divine intellect
रूहानी
eye,
स्नेह से संपन्न हो
we become
जाती
complete in that spiritual love.
जब आत्मा
And so,
इस
when the
प्रकार का
soul,
अनुभव करती
when the
है
soul experiences
तो
this,
अंदर ही अंदर
then within the self,
बड़ी एक मीठी
there's a very
स्नेह की
sweet,
लहरें
very sweet, loving wave. It's like
उसके
a
अंदर
wave, and
समाई हुई
we are merged and in that wave.
अभी
And so
विशेष
now,
रूप से
through with that
बाबा ने हम
thought,
बच्चों को
Baba has
यह
shared
आदेश
with the children, has
कि
given us that
बच्चे
message that
सुनते तो
children,
आ ही रहे हो
you are listening to this, you've been listening to this
समझ भी
for a
रहे
while,
हो
you are understanding
समय
this,
को देखते
and
हुए
whilst looking at the current
अंदर
time, the
में
present
यह
time,
मानते हो
you also believe, you also
समय
really
बड़ा
believe
नजदीक है।
that time is very close.
परिवर्तन
The
हर एक
transformation,
चाहता है और
each one
आवश्यक है।
is wanting it and it's definitely
वह कब है
necessary.
परिवर्तन की घड़ी?
And so that time of
अब
transformation
दूर नहीं।
is not far away.
संपन्न घड़ी के आने के पहले,
Before the completion of
अंतिम घड़ी
time,
के आने के
before
पहले,
that moment, that time
बाबा
is
का हम बच्चों
finished,
से जो रूहानी प्यार,
the spiritual love which God,
बाबा ने
Baba
जो
has
हम
for
आत्माओं
us,
को
which has for the soul,
पहचान और पहचान से हमें
He's
स्वयं
recognized,
को
and we've also recognized.
पहचान देकर अनुभव
He's
करा रहे
recognized,
हैं।
and we've recognized and given,
उस
and we have that
अनुभव के आधार
experience.
पर
And on the basis of that experience,
बाबा हम आत्माओं के ऊपर
Baba, within
वह
the self,
शक्ति
has given us the power,
जागृत कर रहे
has
हैं
awakened that power
कि
within,
कैसे इस देह में
that
होते
even whilst being in this body,
आप अपने उस रूहानी स्वरूप को
stay in your
अनुभव
spiritual
करते,
form, experience
दिव्य
that,
बुद्धि को
and through the
उस
divine intellect,
पावन मुक्ति धाम और जीवन मुक्ति
the
धाम में ले
land,
जाओ
experience through your divine intellect the land of liberation,
और उन्हीं
the land of
स्मृतियों से
silence, and in that
इस शरीर
awareness,
में रहते
whilst being in this body, whilst staying in this body,
उस रूहानियत को
this
अपने में
spirituality,
अनुभव करते
experience that,
औरों को
and also
वह सकाश
give that sakash.
जब इस प्रकार की स्मृति में
When I'm in
हम
this
संगठित
awareness
रूप में बैठे
and we sit
बैठते
together
हैं,
in a gathering like this,
तो हम हर एक को
then each one of us
यही अनुभव होगा
are experiencing
शरीर बैठा है,
that the body is sat. The body is sat,
मैं आत्मा
but I, the soul,
अपने ओरिजिनल
I, the soul, am this original,
सूक्ष्म शक्ति
subtle,
स्वरूप
powerful
जिसके अंदर
being,
जो हमारा
of which
अविनाशी
of
सत्य स्वरूप
I'm in that imperishable,
अजर
truthful
अमर
form,
अविनाशी
that I'm this immortal being from the beginning, the middle to the end.
वह अनुभव करते हुए
And whilst experiencing this,
वायुमंडल में
the atmosphere,
जैसे
the atmosphere,
के
it's
समय
like when the sun is setting at night, it's that
भक्ति मार्ग
feeling.
में यादगार
And
चला है
even in the path of bhakti,
फरिश्ते
that
वे लोग
the
भक्ति देवताएं
angels,
कहते हैं, कोई
some say
फरिश्ते कहते
deities,
हैं,
some call them angels,
ऊपर से
but
उतरते
it's
हैं,
like they are floating above. They're up above
गाएं
floating. There's a song about
संगम
that.
के
It's a song
हम
of the confluence sage,
फरिश्ते हैं,
that it is our song of the
जिनों के
angels,
पांव
where our feet,
बुद्धि रूपी दिव्य
through
बुद्धि
our
रूपी पांव
divine intellect, our feet of the divine
इस
intellect,
धरनी में होते
whilst
भी
being on this earth, on this
उससे
matter,
परे
it is like I'm
अर्थात
beyond.
सृष्टि मंच पर होते अभी अपने
I'm
पाठ
even
से
now.
परे
I'm being here, but I'm playing a role. I'm playing a different
और
role,
वह अपना
and
रूहानी स्वरूप
I'm staying in this spiritual form,
स्वरूप से
this form,
सृष्टि मंच के ऊपर
it's like I'm going above this earth.
फरिश्ते अर्थात
An angel
लाइट
means
स्वरूप में
means
प्रकाश
light,
स्वरूप
my
में
light, a form of prakash, which is light again.
चक्कर लगाते
It's like I'm hovering around.
जो दिव्य बुद्धि का अनुभव
The experience using my divine intellect,
शास्त्रों के अंदर
and even in the scriptures and on the path of bhakti, it is sung, and even the bhagats, through that devotional feeling,
यादों में
they are remembering, they're actually in that embodiment of remembrance, that
शब्दों से
through your sweet, powerful words, through any expression, they are singing our praise. They are singing and doing arti, devotional rituals, and so it's important I feel this, that this is happening. The bhagats are doing this, and so before the time is coming to an end, Baba is preparing us in this way.
अभ्यास करते चलते हैं
So we're experiencing in this way, and so
अनुभव करते हैं
so then we will have that experience.
शरीर में
Whilst being in this body, we can experience this.
सचमुच में आत्मा
That really, truly, I, the soul,
इस शरीर से न्याय
I'm separate from this body,
और बाप के साथ साथ
and I'm with the Father, together with the Father.
विश्व के सेवा के लिए निमित्त
And because I'm an instrument for this service of the world,
बाप से मिली हुई शक्ति
the power that I've gained from the Father, from Baba,
बाप का मिला हुआ आदेश
so this right that I've gained from the Father, from Baba,
बाप हमें समय की पहचान
Baba gives us the awareness of the call of time,
समय के अनुकूल
that this call of this
हमारे
moment,
शक्तिशाली स्वरूप और हमारी शक्तियों की
this call of this moment, this power,
स्मृति दिलाकर
gives us a power and gives us that
हमें
awareness,
शक्तियों का
and
अनुभव कराए
I experience that power.
ऐसी स्मृति से
In this awareness,
जब हम
in this awareness,
बैठते हैं
when I sit in this
तो
awareness,
सचमुच अनुभव
I really truly can
सकाश तो
experience
बाप
the
उन
Father.
आत्माओं की तरफ
Baba is
पहुंचा
giving
रही
us the
है
Sakash, and the Sakash
लेकिन
is
ये
reaching
हम
the souls.
बच्चों के संगठित
But in
स्वरूप की
this, but the power that we experience in a gathering like this is very unique.
वह भी उस सकाश में
This
होकर
and the Sakash that
जिससे
we're experiencing now,
हमें भी फायदा
we gain the benefit of that
हम भी
Sakash,
अपने उस
and
दिव्य बुद्धि के द्वारा
we experience through our divine
अपने
intellect,
फरिश्ते
we
स्वरूप
experience through our
अर्थात
divine
उड़ता
intellect, our angelic form, that we are flying
प्रकाश का
in that
अनुभव
awareness,
करते हैं
and we experience the light form, and others can experience that light form. So then for me, I, the soul, which are stable in that powerful form, I become full. I experience myself fullness. And when I notice and I experience being in this wave, in this atmosphere, the vibrations, the sakash, it will go to all the souls through Baba. It's a very automatic, subtle machinery. Just as according to the drama, science, wherever there's wireless connections everywhere worldwide. That is there. Baba's given us that experience through the power of the soul.
Yes, silence power.
This is the power of silence, which is more powerful than anything. And in that, I, the soul, while sitting in yoga, we call it yoga, we call it a connection with the Father. That connection is on the basis of our divine intellect. When our intellect is divine, whilst by being here and by not thinking about situations around me, when I'm stable in my stability of myself, and when I experience the self-sovereignty, in that awareness, I experience myself to be with the Father. So, through our powerful thoughts, positive thoughts, the atmosphere, the time, our breath, every breath, you can really understand how it's used in the worthwhile way. Every breath, when we stay in this experience, when you experience that in the gathering like this, and we feel quite detached, whilst being in this body, I, the soul, am very subtle, very tiny. I experience that vibrations of light. We experience God's light and mind light.
ऐसे ही जब पृथ्वी पर रहते स्वयं की प्रकृति
whilst
से
being here on this earth, I'm above,
तो वह और स्वयं के ओरिजिनल
I experience my original self, that I'm this, I'm stable in the experience of light, and then that power, it will really help naturally the elements, and it's you experience a Sakash, and then out there Sakash on this earth, and because this is our original nature, I'm very subtle being, and I'm this point of light, this being. In this experience, I'm stable in this. I'm then complete in my virtues, then that experience of light will then travel to the whole world, and it will do the task. It is doing that task, and it will continue to do that task. Because this is the time when God has come for this task, and to purify this world, and that service is doing this through us children. Baba is doing through us children, so that light will help the elements, this earth, this matter. It will purify that. It will help in that process. This aspect, this message is, this bhavana is within the mind, and it is very elevated. There's a lot of mercy, benevolent feelings, whilst keeping it alight, alive, I remain beyond this awareness, this bond, this body, and I'm helping the elements and all the sense organs also. They will become beyond the fluctuations. The sense organs also remain unshakable and immovable and stable. Through God's merciful spiritual love, we experience that. We experience that for the self. That bhavna will make us complete. Om Shanti. Shanti. Shanti.
Om Shanti. ecstasy, we say thanks to Dadi, but in fact, the whole of the class was so much an experience of taking us inwards and upwards and silent, that actually it feels kind of like you want to keep the atmosphere. So let's very gently and maintaining that atmosphere express that thanks to Dadi. And let's see if we can maintain the stillness, the unshakableness, and the stability that she spoke about.